If you're a footballer who's experiencing pain right under that kneecap, guess what? You're not alone. And a lot of times you may feel this injury on and off, and maybe you stretch it, you foam roll it, you've done many things, you tried to push through it through strength exercises, and nothing is working. And that's because you gotta approach this type of injury in a very specific manner. So for today's video, I'm gonna show you why footballers get it, how to minimize it and how to manage it, and then the top exercises that you'll need to come back stronger, faster, and just play the game that you love injury-free.
Top of the morning, I know that you thought I was dormant. Woke up early from shots that was swarming the block.
So what is patellar tendinopathy? It's also known as jumper's knee, and it is pain and irritation in the tendon right under that kneecap. You may feel it when you sprint, when you jump, when you change direction and decelerate, or even sometimes just walking downstairs. So why do footballers get this type of injury? Most footballers don't get patellar tendinopathy out of nowhere. It usually builds up over time. And some of the top causes include too much volume and not enough recovery, a sudden spike in load, meaning more matches, more turf sessions, or harder gym work. It could also be linked with weak glutes and hamstrings because of the quad dominance, and also poor landing mechanics, joint stiffness, especially in the ankles and hips. And for younger players, growth plates pulling on the tendons during growth spurts, also known as Osgood Schlatter's. So here's what you should not be doing. This is important. If you get this wrong, you will not be getting better. Simple as that. So here are things that you should be avoiding. One, you should be avoiding pushing through the pain in training and in matches, especially if that pain is higher than a 3 out of 10. You should avoid only using ice and hoping the pain goes away. Strength training is going to be crucial. If you're stretching aggressively, or maybe you're just resting too long without proper rehab, the tendons are going to get weaker. And again, I need to emphasize, you need to be doing the right exercises. So we went over the causes, we went over what you shouldn't be doing. Now let's go over the exercises. After all, this is why you're here. And I want you to follow my 3-part fix. We're going to go through phase 1, phase 2, and phase 3. Phase 1 is going to be isometric strength, where we are going to reduce pain and load the tendon. Phase 2, slow controlled strength, where we are going to build capacity. And phase 3, return to power and field movement. Whenever you do these 3 things right here, and you progress accordingly, remember, you never want to pass pain past a 3 out of 10. And also make sure that you consult your doctor or your physical therapist before doing any of these training exercises. So let's go ahead and go with phase number 1, isometric strength. All right, team, the first exercise is the Spanish squat. You may have seen this exercise plenty of times around my channel. And to no surprise, because it is a very good exercise. And the way that we're going to do this, we're going to grab a band that's going to allow us to put a lot of tension and a lot of stress onto our quads. So the way that we're going to do that, I'm going to sit my butt back. Notice that my knee is directly stacked on top of the ankle. I don't want to go further over here, because when we're in this position, we're going to be loading the appropriate things that we want to load, right? So I should be feeling a good quad burn, maybe a good 7 to 8 out of 10, with the pain no more than a 2 to 3 out of 10 from a pain scale. So I'm going to be in this position, holding for the prescribed time. And again, I want to really be sitting back and not going forward like that. And again, this is going to reduce tension on that knee and strengthen the quads. If you do not have a band, let's go ahead and just utilize a wall. All right, another joint friendly exercise. We're going to go down like this, and similar reps, similar position. Notice that my knee is stacked directly on top of the ankle. But if you are feeling a little bit more pain than usual, the way to reduce that, I want you to scoot your feet away. All right, and the more that we scoot the feet away, the less stress that we're going to be putting on the knees. But I want to emphasize, you don't want to avoid complete stress unless you're feeling pain, because going into it in a pain-free position, or where you are feeling little to no pain, that's how we're going to get this tendon strong, not by avoiding the position. And another way that we can make this more tough is just going down into that parallel position and even bringing it in like this. Okay, a lot of people add load way too fast, and we can make it more tougher by just keep on bringing in the heels. The next exercise that we're going to be going over is the single leg extension isometric. We want to hold this position in a 60-degree position, and that's the best range for really targeting that tendon. For this one, we want to feel everything on that quad, a good 8 out of 10 burn with no more than a 3 out of 10 pain. This is gonna get the quads strong and reduce all that stress on that tendon. If you wanna train like a professional footballer, check out my Ultimate Footballer plans. And if you want something more custom and specific to you, I offer custom plans. This is the plan that my pro footballers use. I've been privileged to work with some amazing professional footballers like you're seeing right here on the screen. If you want something more tailored to you to get you ready, whether it's off season, preseason, in season, guys, that's gonna be the plan for you. Now we're ready to move on to phase number 2. And the way that you know that you're ready is whenever you perform any of these exercises, you can do it pain-free or little to no pain. The first exercise that we're gonna be going over is the goblet squat. We're gonna do that in a very controlled manner. Those eccentrics is how we're gonna be 1, 2, 3. That's an eccentric. That's how we're gonna be loading the lower body appropriately. Again, 1, 2, 3, load it, and then just shooting up slow and controlled. Going down, 1, 2, 3, and then just going right up, nice and controlled. One more time, 1, 2, 3, going up, nice and controlled. And if you do begin to feel pain, let's say mid rep, maybe you want to lower the load that you use and just go body weights, or you're going to skip that exercise and try out the next one, or you regress back down to one of the exercises in phase number 1. Going on to exercise number 2 is going to be the reverse step up. You have probably seen this exercise so many times around my channel, and it's because for a lot of these injuries, they require like the same exercise, and it's all about loading things the way that they're supposed to be loaded. So going back onto this one right here, we go 1, 2, 3, you tap, and then 1, 2, and 3, right? So notice going down slow for 3 seconds, and then we are also ascending for 3 seconds because we want that time under tension. The third exercise, now we're gonna be targeting more of that backside, all right? We don't wanna just be focusing on things here in the front, because then there's gonna be a muscle imbalance, and that's gonna further create other issues down the line. And I like to start off with a good glute bridge where I'm right over here. I'm gonna just drive up, hold that, pause at the top, control 1, 2, boom, 1, 2, and the way that we can actually progress into it, you can use a bench or just a stool like you are gonna see me do. Just right here, make sure that my upper body is elevated. I'm gonna be here and I'm just driving down, tap, boom, just like that. Nice and controlled, tap, boom, just like that. All right, team, on to phase number 3. This is where we are gonna start that return to play protocol. By this time, you should already be playing some football. You should already be doing some sort of jogging here. So now we're gonna start going over the box jump, right? And we can do this in many ways. Let's first begin by going on to a smaller height. So we just go here, boom. Initially, I just want you to step off of it. Let's not go into that drop just yet, because going into that drop adds deceleration, and many of you aren't gonna be ready for that. After that, then we can start going on to a taller box and just go up, boom, and then maybe we start introducing a drop now from a smaller platform, and that's how we're going to progress into that. Next, going on to these deep lateral bounds. I'm all about being specific with our work, right? So I'm sure you guys have seen this exercise right here where we just go here and we land and we stabilize, and that is a good exercise. This is a very, very good start to take it up a level. Now we want to actually load into it deeper, right? So whenever I'm here, I'm going to start to drop almost like I'm going onto a single leg squat, and then again here, almost like I'm going down onto a single leg squat. But I don't want to separate those two movements. I want to do it right when I land. I'm already descending and finding my control. Again here, as I'm landing, I'm descending and not separating it. So here and then dropping is not going to be enough. Do it at the same time, but you need to progress into it, and always keep my recommendations in mind about the pain scale and the pain level that you feel. So team, the final thing that you should be doing before getting a full return to play is finally adding more springy and continuous plyometrics, right? And now you want to start adding some more deceleration things, adding cuts, changing direction, angular runs, maximum velocity sprinting. All that has to be done in a progressive manner, and I know it can be tough managing that on your own, and that is why I offer custom plans. Most of my online clients hire me because of past injuries, not knowing how to progress, and I've helped out so many, as you can see my testimonials right here. And I continue to work with footballers because I continue to drive results, and players are playing the best they've played and playing injury free, because at the end of the day, that's what you want to do. I speak from experience as well, where I have gone through my fair share of injuries, and what I know now, I wish I knew back then, and that's what I'm applying now. This is what I'm preaching now to help the next generation, which is you guys. So if you are interested, make sure you tap in, guys. Here's my email. And that's going to be it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Some final tips: make sure you are prioritizing your nutrition. You are getting enough sleep, 7 to 8 up to 9 hours, so your body can recover properly. Because if you're not hitting those things, you're not going to be maximizing everything when it comes to football, the weight room, all those things. So if you are interested in my custom plans, here's my email, or if not, check out the programs I have on my website. More economic for you guys to do and follow a plan that you know that is going to work. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Crossbar challenge. Not today.